Hey, what's up guys? It's Phil Bailey, Creative Director of Modern Masterpiece. Today we're going to be talking about the war between Google+, Facebook. Which one is a better network? Which one should you be focusing on? What are some of the core differences between Google+ and Facebook? And most importantly, we're going to talk about today's latest update from Google+ and Facebook's update that's going to happen tomorrow or sometime maybe after midnight. Facebook is changing their apparently their timeline, their feed system, and Google+ recently changed their covers. And now let's go ahead and show you the difference. Here is the old Facebook cover. Now the dimensions are 851 by 315. Got a basic profile photo here, and here is the same page on Google+. Notice how there's a lot more life to this page. Google+ allows us to have animated GIFs as covers. It allows us to have videos in our timelines very easily integrated with our YouTube accounts. It allows us to live stream videos to our channels. Just a very cool platform. Now notice down here, these are actually photo albums, and these albums contain animated images which show up in the albums. Facebook does not allow that. You know, any of these Facebook photos, these are just all static photos, and it's quite boring. Let's talk a little bit about Facebook's timeline. Here's Facebook's current timeline. Here's some posts, some of these services, some of the likes that I have on here. As we scroll down, you'll notice that here is a much more widespread graphic. This is called a highlighted post from Facebook. Google+ does not offer this. However, because we have this new, well, I actually haven't shown you. Let's go ahead and show that. Let's go ahead and show the new Google+. Let's go ahead and show the new Google+ cover, which is here. So again, like I said, we've got an animated GIF as our cover. The dimensions now are something like 1011 pixels by 571. That means that you have a lot of real estate, and this is currently about 17 frames of animation with Photoshop CS6 using their new video timeline. That means that us as marketers, as brand managers, or as brands, as artists, we can have so much more real estate for our work, and this is very powerful. This is much more engagement for us. Now, not only did they change the placement of the profile photo, but they also rounded the corners. So you get to see the name of the company or the artist page. You get to see, you know, attends Academy of Art University, 450 in my circles. Now, for those of you who think that Google+ doesn't have many friends, well, if you look down here, I've got 1,000 friends on Google+ in my circles, and currently I'm being circled by 450. I haven't really used Google+ all that long, maybe a couple of months, and I just started really trying to promote myself as an artist because I learned so much from a lot of the gurus that are using this platform. Now let's show you a real life example of companies who use Google+. Let's talk about Adidas. Here's Adidas Google+ page. Notice their logo, very clean, rounded corners. You know, they got their site verified. I have mine verified as well. They've got their web address there. They've got, you know, you can follow them. I can add them to brands that I evangelize. I do like Adidas. Currently, I'm using the Aspiring Masters of Art page. You can see that my cover, my display photo is actually animated as well. Now let's jump back over to Facebook. So down here in our timeline, you see we've got highlighted versus, let's see if I can find it in unhighlighted. Oh, yeah, let's unhighlight it, and you'll notice it goes back to just being small. And I've got some plugins here that allows me to see the full scale image without having to click on an image. And it's kind of nice. If I wanted to highlight this post by Maxine T, I could just simply hit the highlight, and now it takes up the full screen. It's very powerful if you have something like an article, a product you wanted to showcase. Very cool stuff, but again, it's just kind of boring. Notice the chat on Facebook. Sometimes it's docked all the way to the right hand side, and sometimes it's just a little bar. Same with Google+. I've got my chat down here. Very simple. I wish that they had more options for the chat. one thing that I do like, shout out to my friend Debbie, you can actually drag these windows, and let's say if I want to talk to uh, Daniel Rosenberg, I can say, hey man, right now because of my screen resolution I can't have the chat and two chats open, but now we've got Debbie who we can actually change the size of this and adjust the size of different chats, which is kind of a nice feature. Another thing I want to talk about real quickly is that Google Plus is not just a social network. Like Facebook is a social network, but Facebook is also a search engine. Well, Google is a search engine, but Google Plus is not just a social network. It's actually a platform. You know, we've got Hangouts. You can hang out with people where I can literally live broadcast to an audience. You've got, you know, people like Lincoln, Alicia Keys, even Barack Obama, certain people here in the world, all broadcasting live on Google+. Let's go to the pages now. This is where you can check out all the pages that you're currently managing. Right now I'm managing my Aspiring Masters of Art, MCM, and I'm managing currently Brooklyn's Photography by my good friend Ronnie. Shout out to you, Ronnie. And currently she just started and she already has 123 followers on her page. Now I've had my Aspiring Masters of Art page for a while. I get almost no love, and I promote it on LinkedIn, I promote it on Twitter. Let's check out my Modern Masterpiece page. Now I've got 140 likes, and they've got some nice little apps that you can, I have like a live stream app, I've got Pinterest app on here, and you can customize different tabs, and it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I like the phone number there, address, same. But something about Google Plus's platform I just really, really love. Now let's go to a Gmail example. Now notice here we've just seen the chat on the Google Plus side, but now we're in Gmail. Gmail offers people in our circles we can still chat with. Notice you just saw me type that message to Daniel. I still have the message with Debbie. Now let's say we've got Debbie and Daniel, and I wanted to send a message to myself. Oh, guess what? I can do that, and I can send a message to my MCM Evernote account, and I can say webinar, and I can say message to Evernote, and there you go. And I can just hit send, and now I've sent me a message to Evernote. And if I wanted to schedule tasks with Remember the Milk is an automatic kind of real-time human readable message system. Like you can say take out the milk tomorrow at 3 o'clock, or buy some milk tomorrow when you go to the store. You can do all those things, and I can do the same thing by going to RTM. Oops, little dyslexia. RTM, and I can even schedule the same with RM Designs. Shout out to my partner RM Designs, Leilani. We can schedule to-dos to both of our to-do lists, and let's say work on mobile portfolio tonight at 10. Now she's going to get an RTM and I'm going to get an RTM, and not only am I going to get a notification to both my Android and my my email accounts, but it's also going to send me a notification to Evernote, and that's just a whole nother series. And if you've watched my videos on MMP, then you guys will be able to follow me and understand a little bit more about what I'm doing. And so I have some plugins for Gmail, like, you know, some of my partners at NWC Team, Leilani and Evernote, and some person, I don't even know how to pronounce that name, but it's just really, really cool. You can do so much stuff with it. Now here's the last example. Let's say we want to go to Google, right? So here's me as a Google result. mcmphilbailey.com. We've got services, about, contact, and eventually I'll have portfolio as a link as well. So let's say we want to call Domino's, right? D-O-M. Now, I started typing Domino's. I get maps. I get some things from Facebook talking about Domino's. I've got some Evernote stuff that would show up if I signed in with Evernote. And look, Dominique Diaz showed up because this is social search. What if I search for Leilani, my partner? LEI, look at that. Leilani Burke shows up. RM Design Studio 103. What if I wanted to search for Phil Bailey? Here's me. Here's the Philip Meadows. And if I wanted to, I can find all of these people. And here are, let's see, just some search results, some posts that I made from Google+. And you see a photo of me. You see, Phil Bailey. You can go to my profile from there. Just really, really cool stuff you can do with Google+. And I'll talk more about that later. Just wanted to show you guys a basic video about what you can do with Google+. Before I go, I've got a vlog and a blog post called Gmail More Than Just Gmail. And here's why. Let's go to the same, and by the way, Google Chrome has apps. But let's go to google.com, right? Now let's search for Domino's. And we're going to search for Domino's Merino Valley. Now, I'm going to call Domino's. And because I have a Google Voice, because it's connected to my tablet and all my other social networks, I'm just going to go ahead and hit this phone number. I'm going to hit business mail, contact. I get a notification. Where is it ringing? It's ringing my Gmail. Watch this.
Please hold.
So I didn't mean to actually hang up on them, but at the same time, I'm just showing you guys literally how powerful Gmail is. Don't underestimate it. Again, for those who kind of worry about privacy issues and stuff like that, it's the internet, people. Just be mindful about what you put online. Know that what you put online is going to stay online. And use the strengths of the internet, not the weaknesses of the internet. So I just wanted to give you guys my personal opinions about Google, the new Google Plus layout, and all the things you can do with Google Plus, and how I really believe Google Plus is better than Facebook. I honestly believe that had Google Plus launched before Facebook, Google Plus would be a lot more successful, but as we saw, a lot of Fortune 500 companies are on Google Plus. Even Barack Obama is on Google Plus, and lots of political leaders are on there. It's just a very good platform to be on. So definitely check it out. If you have a Gmail account, if you have a Gmail account, you can just get one. Just go to plus.google.com or go to Google and search for Google Plus, and you'll basically be redirected to log in, create your profile, and definitely circle me up. See you guys next time.